What is up, everybody? Welcome to today's News Tonight. I'm your host for episode 177. Feels like it's been a while since I got to say those words. I am, if you forgot, Steve Bowling, and I am joined as always by my good friends and GVG co-founders, Ash Paulson in the upper left, Derek Bittner in the upper right. You guys, I have missed you. It has been.
Who the hell are you?
Long.
You, man. What are you doing on our show?
Yeah.
Damn.
How you doing, man? It's
Dude,
been too long.
So wonderful to have you back.
It has been. And I thought that holy hell. All right. Well, I'll get to that in a second. We got a little bit of housekeeping. For those of you that don't know, I am here in a new location. This is where I'll be staying. It took me a little while, and I discussed it with our community privately about a month and a half ago. But, you know, things have changed for me. My life situation, if you will, is a little bit different now. And there are some negatives and some positives to that, right? The negatives are all personal, and that's why I was gone for so long, because I needed a little bit of time to get myself together. And I want to just give a huge thank you to my good pals up here, you know, on top of me here, for keeping this place afloat while I was gone. Obviously, they don't need me to do that, but I am ever so grateful that they were able to afford me the time I needed to kind of get myself right. I actually retreated up to my mom's house up north in Washington. No internet, no phone, nothing. Just kind of hung out and took a little bit of time for myself to heal. But I'm back. I'm not going anywhere.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to make a hell of a lot more content for you guys. And I missed all of you in the audience. I missed you guys terribly. Like, I can't tell you what it means to me to be able to be back creating content for you guys, to be back on the show, to entertain you guys. Hopefully entertain you guys. I hope. maybe I stopped being interesting.
In chat.
Yeah,
Stop.
I'm super thrilled.
You say we don't need you, but don't sell yourself short. Yeah, we kept things running, and of course we did. But you're a core part of our team.
It was a hell of a transition for me. Like, I missed you so much. I'm like seeing all this, like how. Granted, you have a few more things to help out with than I do, but still, how? I'm still figuring it out.
GVG is incomplete without any one of us, man, and you are no exception to that. And it's finally feels right again having you back. And of course, we kept things running in your stead because we love you and we wanted to give you all the time you needed to get back on your feet. Because we're family. That's what GVG is all about. Good vibes, friends, family, all the love, man. We're just happy you're back and you're doing okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I would.
How appropriate! You're almost back before, like you're back a month exactly before Valentine's Day, sharing that love.
Hey, Singles Awareness Day for me now, but I'm not saying. You know what? One thing I will say though is, it means a lot to me. I'm seeing the outpouring of love, the super chats. I've heard a lot from a lot of you in the community while I've been gone, while I've been away. I've talked to a few of you. Here and there, during Fight of Founders or just in private DM conversations, and it's meant a lot to me to be able to have know that the community has my back when I need it, and I really, really did need it for a while there. So it means a lot to me. I missed everybody here so much. I mean, and honestly, I've spent the better part of the last decade, like nonstop talking about games online with people, right? Like whether I'm writing about them, whether I'm doing videos, whether I'm doing everything. Yeah, the outpouring of support is you guys are choking me up a little. It means a lot. And I'll read some of these in a minute, I promise. But yeah, it reminded me, taking some time away reminded me of why I love doing this, why this is my passion, why this is the thing I do, with my time. You guys really make it all worth it for me. And I'm so grateful to have such a wonderful audience and such great partners to do this with. Today's going to be a more chill episode. I just wanted to come back and see you guys so much that I figured.
It also helps that there was not really much news.
Yeah.
There's really not a whole lot.
January's been a bit of a dead zone other than Kirby.
Yeah.
That's true. I have to answer this super chat that came up right here real quick. Brian Rivera with $4.99. Thank you so much. And I know I'm reading out of order, but he says, Steve, who would you fuse with or do the fusing dance with, Ash or Derek? And I'm going to say Derek. I've actually had this answer in my head
Oh.
forever for
Oh,
some
really?
reason.
Ouch.
And the reason why, it's not that I don't want to fuse with Ash, but I feel like we'd just be the same dude, but look a little different. And I feel like Derek and I are different enough in our opinions and personalities that it would make a really interesting person. But
How do we combine the names? That's the question there. Is it
Derek.
yeah, there we go. Steric.
Although Steve, I have to
Steric
say,
and Deeve.
If
if we
use the
fuse
first
those,
R.
Steve,
the
you would
Reeve.
you would suddenly be a massive Kingdom Hearts fan, and that's a pretty big change for you. Although I guess with Derek too,
It would just
you'd be
increase
also
my
with that.
Kingdom Hearts fandom
Hey.
power level a little, because I do like the games.
Ash and Steve is Stash.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that.
All right. Well, this is normally the part where I'd say we have a lot of gaming news to talk about, but we don't. We do have one good story that I want to discuss, like a kind of a rumor dump, if you will, that I'll get to later. But before we do that, I do have to talk about our sponsor for this episode, and that is the Game Orb. And y'all know him, y'all love him, and I'm so glad to see, even after a lot of time away, that he's still here supporting us. Obviously, he knows that it means a lot to me personally. I've talked to him during my break, but for those of you that don't know, and I'm just going to read right from the sheet here, the Game Orb is a YouTube channel that brings commentary and gameplay footage from the Nintendo Switch and Xbox Series X gaming systems. While games like Sonic Colors Ultimate and Splatoon 2 can be seen on the channel, the Game Orb will have a new Mario Party Superstars video every weekday this month, which will include a match with Ash, Steve, which I did have the pleasure playing during the break, and a friend of his, all 5 boards being 30 turns each, and ranking all the minigames in groups of which they have originated from. So be sure to subscribe to the Game Orb at the link in the description. If you're watching live, that's in the chat for you, pinned at the top right now, along with his friend, the Galactic Reaper. They have been doing just, they've been growing their audience. So help them get to their next goal. I wish I knew what it was. I'm very sorry. I've been away and I put the show together at the last minute. I'm still reminding myself how to do all this.
They are 17 subscribers from 400.
Yes.
Come on, 17.
Yeah.
There's hundreds of you here right now. Let's just help them.
Exactly.
If you're watching me right now and you want to do me a favor, go subscribe to the Game Orb. It would mean a lot to me personally because they have helped me out a lot. So thank you all for the love, the support. Thank you to the Game Orb for supporting the channel and GVG, even when I'm not around. So it means a lot to me. Before we get into things, because we're gonna, like I said, a little more down pace, a little more just hanging out kind of feel to it. And I have a lot to catch up with these two gentlemen up here specifically. Though we've kept in touch, obviously, throughout my time away, it's been more kind of heavy personal stuff we've talked about, and not really the kind of things we talk about here at GVG. But before that, I do want to give you guys some love. Thank you so much for all these super chats. It really means a lot. Skull Kid Tiger with $5 says, "Been a while, Chicken Man, but then again, it has been quite a while for myself as well. Here into a great vibes episode, the freaking best of vibes."
Awesome.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. It really means a lot to me to be back with my best friends making video game content. That is just where I want to be. Jaden Buck with $5 says, "First of all, welcome back, Steve. Second, Crazy Question Fridays, crazy question number 24. I'm glad you're still at it, Jaden. Like, seriously."
It's great.
He says,
Yeah.
"Where do you all get your good looks from?"
Good
my,
looks?
My mama, I guess.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, my parents.
Thank my parents.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all
I've
thanks to
never seen Derek's parents, but I've seen Ash's dad. Everybody has. He's a handsome man.
Yeah, he's a Ninja Turtle. That's where I get my.
I mean,
clearly-
Derek's
exactly.
a good-looking
resemblance
dude.
is obvious.
If the wind blew a different way for me, I'd go for Derek. I'm single. I can say that.
You think you could get me?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to ask Amy for some tips.
Derek, how'd you get here?
A Drink to the Past, which is still unequivocally one of the best names in YouTube history. With a $2 super chat, says, "Use this to buy Steve a leg and a thigh. Welcome back. I hope we're talking about a chicken leg and a thigh because you didn't specify." So
It just makes me think of Full Metal Alchemist, where it cost Edward Elric an arm and a leg.
Right.
nice.
Right.
Itiono Ben, a name I haven't seen in a while because I haven't seen any names in a while, with a $2 super chat. Agent Stone voice. Ash, I'm looking at you on this one.
I'm sorry to know I don't know who Agent Stone is.
Agent Stone.
Who is that? I'm
That's
looking
not-
it up right now.
Yeah.
Agent Stone.
Oh, is that
Oh, from the Sonic movie.
Oh,
How does he say it? I forgot how he says it.
he's back.
Back!
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Nice. Becca's live with $5. Welcome back, Steve. Thank you. Jessica Toad with $2. Welcome back, King. I should have brought a Burger King crown for this.
Right.
Thank you. Rob Arman X with $50. Thank you. Thank you so much for your generosity. He says the effing legend returns. I'm not doing much effing these days, but I appreciate you calling me a legend. Waffle King, my good friend Waffle King with a $9.99 super chat says something chicken. Very on brand. I appreciate that. Rec BCQ with $2. Bowling Sanders.
I'm not sure.
Colonel
I'm not
Sanders.
sure, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Oh, Colonel Sanders.
Oh,
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I was
that
like,
does make
Bernie
sense.
Sanders?
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't quite get. It's like, wait a minute.
It took me a minute. Like I said, I'm out of practice, man. The chicken jokes don't
Really?
fly at my
Yeah.
mom's house as much as they do online, believe it or not. Saka says, although I did make chicken while I was there like 3 times. Anyway,
Well, of course you
Saka
did.
says with a €5 super chat, says a lot of love from Minecraft in the pre-show chat. Good to have you back, man. Sending best wishes. Yeah, we can say it's Minecraft, Steve. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure.
Super dank awesome unicorn guy with $9.99 super chats, who I spoke to, and I do want to, before I talk about this specifically, I want to extend my congratulations to a member of the new Dad Club, Super dank awesome unicorn guy, whose child was born
Congrats.
while I was away, and I was honored to be one of the first recipients of a picture of his beautiful new baby. Congratulations to you and your family, man. Super awesome.
Congratulations, man.
You got the best of
Get
times
that
ahead
sleep
of
while you can.
That too. By Unisom.
I'm just still struggling for that.
Yep. But yeah, he says, I'm so glad that Steve is back. I was starting to experience withdrawals and had to watch a God of War review to get my Steve fix, which yeah, I was not thinking about the fact that would come out before I appeared live on the channel again, but
But that surprised a few people.
little preview. Yeah, I dropped a hint about it on Reddit. I was just like, see you tomorrow. And people were like, oh my God, you're going to be live. And I was like, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Geller with a $100 super chat.
Wow.
Woof. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Says, Steve is back. We missed you. I missed you guys too. Truly, a lot. Let's see. Rec BCQ with $10 says, you are absolutely wonderful, Steve, and it's so amazing to have you back because you make this show wonderful. And Ash, don't pull the chopped liver bit like you did with me Wednesday. Wow.
I'll do it this time. What am I? I was running the show before.
I know, right?
I'm kidding. I'm
Pop
kidding.
liver bit.
Let's see.
I love
Sapphire with $4.99. I want you to know, Sapphire, you're in my thoughts. I won't say more about that, but I hope you're doing okay. Says, glad you're back, Steve. C Wing Shun. I always say Shun because I just imagined that's the way it's supposed to be pronounced, but please correct me if I'm wrong. With £5 says, love you, Steve. Brian Calabro with another $100 super chat.
Jeez,
Just
you
says,
guys,
Steve, welcome back, man. Well, thank you. I'm glad
guys
to be
are all
back.
so kind
Seriously,
and generous.
it means a lot. Brian Rivera, we talked about the fusion. Becca's live with $5 says, you are loved, you are seen, you are supported. That goes for all of you as well.
Absolutely.
Seriously,
Absolutely.
right back at you. Rec BCQ says, I already drew stash. Should I draw Steric now? Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yes. Oh man, they're just flowing.
Oh, they're
in.
pouring in, dude.
Yeah, man.
Jesus, I don't know.
The
how
love
many...
is pouring in for you.
Well,
Like
just
I
let
said,
it
Absolutely.
happen just
GVG,
once.
GVG has been incomplete with you, Gum.
See,
And it's
See, I'm just imagining us in the from the Broly movie, the pose, like with the pulling out the vest, like, because everybody loves that pose.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see. Jessica Toad with $5 says, donation number 2. LOL, no real message, just all the love and hearts. Thank you.
Oh,
Jenny Geist with $2 says, just Steve, which it was a pleasure meeting you. I remember seeing you at PAX and we got to hang out and have coffee. So
glad to have you. Had her on the show, I think, while you were gone. So
there we go. See, I love it.
Yeah.
Spider Manny, which is a great name, and I'm not sure
Great
that we've interacted before, so I'm sorry if we have and I just forgot. That happens. But either way, great name. I love it. Happy to know my favorite content creators are setting aside time for their mental health. I encourage everyone to please take time for yourselves. burnout is a real thing and something I hope no one has to go through. I echo that 100%. This wasn't a case of burnout for me. I wanted to be here, but it was just other life stuff going on that prevented me from really being able to be entertaining.
That said, shout out and all the love towards Brandon right now, who has been getting his butt kicked by his job. That's why the analysis isn't out yet for Kirby. I told him to just sleep because it is a massive weight off my shoulders to have him take care of that. But the fact that he has all this stuff on top of him at the same time, that is, I know how that is. So I hopefully, work willing for him. We'll have the analysis up this weekend for that content. And I know that there probably will be a few stuff. I noticed something on the Twitter that kind of confirms things. Not that I was ever too surprised by it, but, might be a little slightly outdated in one aspect, but that's all right. It's fine.
Right. But yeah, I mean, that's also, we always go back to this, but like, that's why our audience and our community are so amazing, because they understand that we have day jobs on top of GVG and want us to take care of ourselves. And that goes for you too, Steve. That goes for Brandon, for Daniel, for everybody. And we love that you support us in that we don't see us as a content factor. That is why we love doing this and why we love you all so much. Seriously. So
absolutely. Couldn't say it better myself. It means a lot to me that you guys are, able to, that you guys see past the whole, video game news now, please. But I will say, that
said, we are getting content ready.
We're getting content ready. There's some good Kirby stuff coming. We've got a few other things planned that are coming out in the imminent future. We've got a great featurette coming next week that I'd love to talk about, but I'm not going to.
By the way, Steve, you might want to boost Ash a little bit. I know I had to boost him for me when I host. Ash just comes in a little quiet for whatever reason through OBS.
All right, I put Ash about 20% higher, so hopefully that'll work for y'all.
Yeah, I cranked him up to 100, but we'll see how it all goes.
Oh, I had him at 100. Now I've got him at.
What I mean is 200%, so 100% more.
Gotcha. All right. Let me know if Ash is too quiet. We can keep working on that. Actually,
the only thing better or I don't know, better or worse than 100% of me is 200% of me. There you go.
It's definitely better.
Okay.
All right, let's bang through a few more of these super chats that I just want to talk to you guys for a minute. Let's see. Adam Davis with $4.99 says, I missed you so much. It's great to have you back. FYI, I can elaborate during post. I mentioned GVG today during a college interview. I do want to hear that story. We'll talk about it during the post show.
Sure.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
So if you're a patron, make sure to hang out. We will talk to Adam about that during the post show. Vedran Hotek with a $5 super chat says, welcome back, Steve. Hope you had plenty of chicken while you were away and maybe played some games. I did play a game that I'm going to talk about very soon here on the channel. It was a Japan exclusive game that was shown during the last Direct, Megaton Musashi, which I picked up during my break, and it's wild. It goes places, like places with a capital P. So I will I'll be doing a small little what is this weird Japanese only Switch game soon.
Hey, get a Japanese account, you can play too.
Yeah,
that's the great thing about the Switch.
Skull Kid Tiger in our live audience patron chat says, yes, Steve, let's bang through more of this.
Yes, there we go. I like that part of it.
Yeah.
Right. Goron Amber with the best donation amount of all, $69.69 says, Steve, I miss the hell out of you, and every time I bit into my usual chicken sandwich, a single tear rolled down my cheek. Which, I mean, that's dedication. I like to know that I'm so strongly associated with the best food in the world.
That reminds me of that GIF. I know it's GIF. Okay. I can't say
it's GIF. It's GIF.
But it reminds me of that one GIF with the kid with the single tear rolling down his cheek, and he just looks so sad.
Oh yeah. Man, it is. I gotta say, I've been having a lot of fun the last few months with my Fighter Founders with Amber playing through Serious Sam.
Nice.
Good times.
Yeah.
You want to just get some frustrations out? Serious Sam. Just kill everything in your path. That's all that game is.
Very good game. State of Emergency used to be my frustration game that I would play.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
The Riot
old
game.
School, but back when Rockstar was like, crime, that's all we do. All right.
Now they do it in real life.
Shaman with a $2 super chat just says, busy and late, but glad to see Steve again. Glad to see you as well, my friend. Bongo Lover, the one and only, back with a Canadian $5 super chat, says, "Holy Danimals, it's Steve. Welcome back, dude. I'm gonna chug a pack of strawberry Danimals in your honor. Strawberry on the shortcake," which I appreciate the reference, my friend, and I love you for it.
I salute you, and F's in the chat.
Yeah.
That man is not coming. That man is dead.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. All right, we've got just a few more. I mean, well, they keep moving in, but
no, there's more.
Animated, $2. Glad to see you back, Steve. Love the GVG crew. Thank you. Jason Uloa with a $5 super chat says, "Welcome back, Steve. Here's to seeing you here on a more regular basis again. Insert obligatory chicken joke." Luis Benitez with a $5 super chat. Just $5 super chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
C Wing Shun. He says, Wing Xun or Wing Shun works, or Winston if you want. Winston is like easy mode. I'm going with Wing Shun.
Wing Shun. Yeah,
Wing Shun.
Sure.
Yeah. Mr. Juan Up with $10 says, "Yay, Steve is back. Missed you, dude. Hope you're well. I don't know if you guys saw that Krista from Nintendo Minute is leaving Nintendo, which is bittersweet, but happy for her and her future endeavors." And I did see that. I, having been covering Nintendo for a very long time, along with these two, have interacted with Krista on numerous occasions, at events and stuff like that. She's really a cool person.
Super nice.
I'm not, I hope, she's staying in gaming, but who knows? Like, she's certainly earned her way to write her check in this industry. So if she's staying in the industry, I hope we get to work with her again. She's a really cool person, but, either way, best of luck to her and her endeavors. And I was going to save it, but there's no way that I could talk about Krista leaving without.
I know. This is sort of like the best setup.
Without talking about our good pal, John. John just announced today, for those of you that don't know, that he is leaving Nintendo Life at the beginning of February or February. I think it just said February.
Like that. I think it just said February. Yeah.
But either way, at some point in February, our good friend, the man who gifted us this channel, is going on to something new. And I wish I knew what that was. I wish, he's my friend and I don't know. So I feel like I probably owe him a DM. But John, if you're watching, consider this like an in-person DM. I hope you're doing great, man. I wish you a ton of luck. IGN's going to be real lucky to have you.
That man is going to improves any channel he's a part of.
Yeah,
wherever you go, man,
thing he's a part of.
We all know.
By the way, supposed to get in crew, Steve, but Rec BCQ hooked us up with Asteric.
Oh man. This one handsome dude.
Man, I did not expect us to get abs.
Yeah, man. Which one of us had the abs?
I certainly wasn't me.
All right, I got to look up Stash now too, because
I got to start playing Ring Fit to live up to that.
Yeah, no kidding.
As far as John being on like TNT, I don't know if that's something I'd have to talk with John about. I don't even want to comment.
It just kind of depends on where he ends up.
But he's been on TNT before, so I'd love to have him on as a guest.
Depends on how late he wants to stay up.
That too. I mean, let's remember
that's the big thing, I think.
Those of our lovely fans who are in the UK all know that it's pretty late right now.
Yeah, I never reached out to him again just because.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Because why?
John just punt Derek off of the show?
I know what happened.
He's like, no more talking about me. All right.
Yeah. For whatever reason, Discord just decided to turn off for a second. I don't know.
All right.
That's weird.
That is weird. All right. We'll go ahead and keep going here. Kevin online but either way, best of luck to our friend John. I hope wherever he lands that he has a great time there. He's going to do great no matter where he is. He's a star. So
absolutely.
Anyway, moving on. Kevin online with $4.99 says, "Steve, I missed you, man. I think we all did. I missed all of you. Seriously, cannot overstate it." Hey, it's Dingo with a $5 super chat says, "Since Steve is single, who was your 2021 video game waifu? LOL. Glad to have you back, Steve."
I don't even know that one.
I don't.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I haven't considered it. I didn't play any games where I was like, "Oh, best girl." Like I didn't have that vibe off anything I played last year.
Sophia.
Right.
Sophia from Persona 5 Strikers.
Oh, right.
Oh man, I need to play that. It just became free on PSN, so I'm gonna play it finally.
I think I'd have to go with Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy. She's so cool. I love that character.
I need
Dude,
to play
she's
that.
amazing. Yeah, she's amazing in Guardians.
Given the 2021 I had, I'll just say Scarlet from Mortal Kombat.
Oh
In the
God.
chat, I hope I hope you live. Jesus.
We'll see. All right, Sonic and Mega Man 531 with a $2 super chat says, "What's your favorite Kid Icarus out of context?" I barely have time to watch my own out of context.
Right.
Just that all you need is just that man with shirtless, his pants tucked up almost to his chest, like the upper chest, walking around in his gremlin look.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's always funny. I'm sorry.
Well, that's going to be one of our out of context now.
Oh, for sure.
Derek just made his way onto the highlight reel.
At least I didn't fully mimic him because that'd be horrifying.
Let's see. D's F's, right? D's F's?
Yeah,
anyway,
D's F's.
With $2 says, "What were your guys' booster shot symptoms?" I'm cold. I got my booster and I was fine. I got sleepy. I mean, honestly, I kind of welcomed it. I was like, hey, I'm tired.
Yeah. I was fine the first day, but then the day after that, I felt like I got hit like by 5 trains. Maybe that's because I switched from Pfizer to Moderna, but I ended up sleeping. Like I took a shower. I was like, okay, maybe I'll feel better. Got out of the shower, sat down on the sofa. I'm going to play some video games and rest today. And I just went to sleep. I didn't even have the energy to play video games. I was knocked the hell out. It was wild. Yeah, I don't know why, but the original 2 shots, I didn't feel that bad. So I don't know what happened, but it seems to be on a pretty random basis.
Nothing too bad for me. I mean, I was definitely knocked out. It's the second day that gets you. Like that's what definitely wears you out. But otherwise, I don't remember it being too bad. I don't know.
Yeah, not terrible. All right, we got like 3 more to read, and then we can move on. Zoro.
Oh no, there's more. There's still more coming in, dude.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we might have to move the show along here. I was trying to read them all because I missed y'all so much. I'm gonna cut it here.
We can always wrap up.
Yeah, we can. We'll wrap up at the end. Feel free to send in super chats if you want. I will read them, and I'll respond to them. But I need to talk to my guys here. It's been a while. So, I mean, I'm just gonna open it up with the easiest question. How you guys been? It's been months since we did this together.
Oh man, doing okay. Doing okay. I'm not gonna lie. My holiday season / New Year was a bit of a downer. We got to host my wife's family at our place, which was awesome. We've never hosted them before, and so that we hosted them in our apartment with all the food and stuff, and that was awesome. But unfortunately, we had to pull out of seeing my family or my parents. For the second year in a row because of Omicron and COVID concerns. They happened to time their original shots such that they couldn't get their boosters until like the week after Christmas. So their antibodies were at the lowest point they were going to be, and we just had to decide, it just wasn't worth it. So for the second year in a row, we didn't get to hang out with my parents and do anything. We haven't even gotten together with them since. We haven't like exchanged gifts, done a holiday dinner, anything like that. So that was a bit of a downer. And then you may have seen that at the very last second, my wife and I had to pull out of MagFest. It's like my favorite thing to do every year.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
miss my MagFest friends.
I sent you something though that that was a good idea where it's like every place had some sort of thing. Although they're not reporting too many incidents, but
too bad. And here's the thing: it's like I think it was the right decision to play it safe. Omicron was exploding over there in Maryland. However, it's kind of starting to feel like we're all just going to get it eventually, no matter what. And if we're all going to get it eventually, I'd rather get it partying at MagFest than like having my wife bring it home from work. Right? It's like,
I don't want to undersell it though. That's the thing. It's
no, you're totally right. You're totally right.
I ended up like, I'm more paranoid about it now than I was like a year and a half ago. Like I signed up for Walmart Plus, but I signed up for it so that my groceries will get brought to the house now. My daughter had 16 COVID cases in a 29-person classroom.
Oh God.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was just like, man, I feel like at this point I'm just Neo from the Matrix, like just dodging bullets, waiting for one to hit.
That's kind of how I feel a little bit, because my wife works in the school system, and there are definitely cases at the school she works at, and so I'm like, I work from home, And I'm just kind of sitting over here when she comes home, like, am I just is today the day?
Ash is like, do I sleep on the couch? Do I sleep on the couch?
Yeah, but I also don't want her. Obviously, more than anything, I don't want her to get it. That's what scares me the most.
Right.
It just kind of feels like when, you know.
I mean, at least here, Amy's oldest is doing school from home again. They've changed to that because of the amount of cases, but the younger kids, they're still going to school like normal. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Yeah. I'm kind of starting to lean into the ideology that Ash has. Like, I think it's not a matter of if, but when at this point. And I'm like, do I just bite the bullet and go like lick a fence post until I get it?
I don't think we want to start having, chicken pox parties like they used to. Like, they just get it to them and they'll be fine. It's like,
I mean, to be fair, at this point, it feels like just going outside is a chicken pox party. But
I know. And to be fair, Hey It's Dingo made a great point in our live audience patron chat saying we're all going to get it as a sentiment that really doesn't take immunocompromised people into account.
Exactly.
That's true too.
Intention, Ash. And I do apologize. That, of course, was not my intention at all.
Yeah. I will admit, though, I traveled home from my break with no small amount of anxiety. Like, because I was thinking like, oh, man, I'm boosted. Everything's fine. I just got the booster. I'm like as good against COVID as I'm going to be. And I haven't had it. But then, as a couple days before I'm getting ready to pack up and go home, they're like, hey, have you heard about this new Omicron? It's way more infectious and you're going to be in an airport all day. I was like, oh God, do I even eat? Like, do I uncover my mouth at any point?
Right? Yeah. So it was definitely heartbreaking to have to pull out of MAG, but I think it was the right choice. And, we wanted to do our part not to help spread it, of course, either, because we'd be flying cross country in a plane and coming back to LA. It felt like the right thing to do. But next year, I don't care if it's beta or theta or sigma or gamma.
I will die going to MAG.
We're going, man. Yeah. So
what if it's sigma and it just infects Reploids, though?
Oh, I like
sigma.
Got the
sigma variant.
The sigma variant. I like where you're going with this. Hell yeah. You've got a year, COVID. 1 year.
1 year.
I played down the gauntlet.
That is a wily virus.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. All right. So let's talk. One thing I have to comment, Derek, I love your backdrop. Like, it's so much better than it was last time we were doing this.
Isn't it so much nicer and easier to set up OBS now without me having to do my workaround?
That too. I mean, I like the technical side of it, but I like the visual.
Yeah, shout outs to my family for getting me a new webcam for Christmas, and I like it. Provides a good angle. Get to see more of it. Although the funny thing is, like, usually Kai's extra like pack and play is right here, so he can hang out when he wants to in the office while I'm trying to get small things done. I just hide behind the curtain in the bedroom.
Nice. I do like what I imagine are Beanie Baby Bears on the shelf behind.
They are. Those are like his and her Beanie Baby Bears holding hands for me and Amy.
Nice.
I have to give a quick shout out to Critmonger in our patron chat, because they have their name set as Samosa Aaron right now, and that is fantastic. Samosas are delicious. Samus is awesome. Metroid is awesome, and when you combine two awesome things, you get Samosa Aaron. I love that. It's so good.
That is kind of awesome.
Samosa's pretty good. I see. My mind immediately went to Samoas.
Ooh.
Oh,
which Girl Scout cookies. Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man, I'm getting hungry just talking.
I know, right?
So let me
you back on the show.
I know, right? Now we know. I'm gonna gain all the weight I lost back. Anyway, what have you guys been playing? I want to talk about games too. I've got a story, and I want to know what everybody played over the holiday break.
Oh man,
I think Ash played a lot more variety than I did, but I can go. I go into mine when he's done. Rob, I hate you. He has Samoas.
How?
Amazing.
Did you capture a Girl Scout? I'm not even sure how you have those this time of year.
Yeah. I know, right?
Seriously.
Anyway, Ash, yeah, go ahead.
What I've been playing. Well, I'd mentioned Guardians of the Galaxy. I ended up giving it our Best Narrative of the Year award for our Game of the Year discussions, which we were so sad not to have you around for, Steve.
Tell me about it.
You got to give your Game of the Year at some point.
Yeah,
I
have to think on it.
People asking for like you to do basically do what we did, top 3 and category awards, because people still want to know what you think as well.
I think I'll save those and post them as a separate video rather than do them during a TNT.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But I played Guardians of the Galaxy, and thanks to our incredibly generous community member Becca, she sent me a spare Xbox Series S she had that she and her husband weren't using, and just basically so I could play some key Xbox games before our Game of the Year discussions. And good thing she did, because Forza Horizon 5 ended up being my number 2 Game of the Year.
Nice.
And I have been playing that. I can't stop playing it. When I'm not playing it, I'm thinking about playing it, and it got its hooks in me, and I love that game. So I was playing that. I started playing Record of Lodoss War, Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth, actually, Steve.
Yes, nice.
Yeah, and it's really cool. It's very Symphony of the Night-esque. Really been enjoying that. So those are the 3 that I've got off. Oh, and of course, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. My wife and I have been working on Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We just finished the first game like a week ago, and we're now on the first case of the second game. And it's just fantastic. What a wonderful game. And I'm still playing Fall Guys every week with 2 of my best buds. We just get online every week and have some drinks and just play Fall Guys and mess around. So, yeah, I would say those are the big ones. If I think of any more, well, it's not a game, but I just finished watching season 4 of Cobra Kai, and goddamn, I love that show so much. It somehow keeps outdoing itself. It's so good.
I keep seeing people talk about Peacemaker on just premiered on HBO Max from James Gunn, like a sequel series to his Suicide Squad, and
okay.
It looks pretty wild. I gotta check it out.
Nice. But yeah, if I think of anything else, I'll let you know. But let's let Derek talk about what he's been playing.
Oh, it's hard for me to like sit down and really play a lot of different things, other than what I stream at this point. But I have, thanks to the oncoming new series, I have been playing some other stuff than Final Fantasy 14. I swear. I'm not going to just talk about Final Fantasy 14 because I know a lot of people are starting to get tired of it. But I picked up a bunch of games during the Nintendo eShop sale, because it turns out a lot of the Metroidvanias I had wish listed to cover as part of the new Search Action series were on sale. Perfect. So I've been starting and playing through those. So the first game I played was Cave Story. That'll be the first episode. And I just finished up the second episode. Speaking of Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth, I played that team's previous game, Toho Lunar Nights.
Nice.
And that is just as good. Right. That's just as good. It's a lot. That was a lot of fun. I got thoughts about that one. It was wild diving into Toho for the first time.
I'll have to watch that, because I own that game and I played a little bit of it, but I just didn't have time to finish it. But I did like it.
It is short. Like you could 100% in like 6 hours.
Oh wow! I need to pick up Deedlit now that it's on Switch. I really want to buy that game.
That'll be on there. The next game I plan on picking up to play will be my first time going through Guacamelee.
Ooh.
Oh, it's such a good game, dude. You're gonna love it. The soundtrack is phenomenal. You're gonna love that game. I didn't play Guacamelee 2 for whatever reason. I think I just never got around to it, but the first game is so good.
Yeah, I'll definitely be playing the sequel at some point. But yeah, I'm just going through those. So it's great to be playing a lot of different Metroidvanias. And then otherwise, I got there's some games coming up that I'm going to be reviewing, I can't talk about one, but I can talk about the other. That's very obvious because I'm definitely not getting that early. Pokemon Legends is coming up, so I'm kind of trying to keep my plate mostly free, and so I can be ready for that.
I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on that. Like, I'm really excited. I want to hear from traditional Pokemon fans like you, and I want to hear from Monster Hunter fans like Brandon.
Yeah, I know. Getting Brandon's thought. I think if Brandon get a hold of it, and we can have like a discussion about it as a Monster Hunter fan and as just a Pokemon fan, and seeing how we meet with that could be a really interesting discussion.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, Rob, I forgot. Rob Arman X. They have been playing A Link to the Past for the first time, and they just beat it this last week.
Wow.
One of my favorite games of all time, man.
Good for you. You should also play Link Between
Link both.
Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds.
Because that's
Both
even better.
so amazing.
Back to back. Ooh,
I don't know about
ooh.
that. I don't know about that.
See,
but
Rob knows what
it's
he's
almost
talking
as
about.
good.
Yep, Brandon knows what he's talking about. You know,
This has been an age-old debate between me and Derek: A Link to the Past versus Link Between the Worlds. The good
We
part
need to
is
settle
there's no
this.
wrong answer. There's no wrong answer. They're both incredible games, honestly. Like, you can't go wrong.
This needs to be a poll on Twitter or our Patreon just to see what the audience
I know, right?
says. All right. So for me, the last couple months, I've been playing. So I didn't play a lot of video games initially, as you might imagine, but I spent a lot of time. I played a lot of Jackbox just because it was like I was around my mom and my dad and my brother and my sister with very poor internet, like extremely bad to no internet. So Jackbox was one of those things that honestly was surprisingly easy for us to play because we just had to get the Switch on like a decent enough Wi-Fi connection to just upload little bits of data, and then everybody could use their mobile, like on their cell phones, their phone data to connect to the game. So I played a ton of that, like every single game. It was almost an every night thing at my mom's house while I was gone. But I did play some traditional games. I played a lot of Megaton Musashi because I want to talk about that later on here, probably in the next week or two. I also played a little bit of Deathloop, and
Nice.
because it appeared on so many Game of the Year lists that I needed to see what it was. And it turned out in December, Amazon was selling it for like $20. So
dang.
I was like, hey, you know what? For $20, I'll jump in and I'll see. And I gotta say, there is validity to folks' claims. It's a really good, unexpected roguelike kind of game. But that being said, I still don't have enough data because I feel like the online component is a pretty big part of it, and I haven't been able to play it since I got home. So I didn't play it online at all. I have a physical disc for it, which tells you what kind of state I was in. But
that never happens to you.
I have that and the Falconeer, and those are my two PS5 games that I own physically.
Oh, nice.
But
Nice.
yeah, it was an interesting game. I really enjoyed it. I need to beat it, but I want to see what the online component looks like. Beyond that, I've been playing Far Cry 6 because it is kind of mindless. Like, I mean, I'll be honest.
It's Ubisoft, yeah.
It is a brainless shooty bang kind of game. And I play that with my buddy Nick when I'm home. Like we'll log on and play like an hour or two. I played a little bit of PSO because they finally added a new area to the game. But mostly just Jackbox, which is its own kind of fun. It's actually like one of I barely see my niece. She's 15, but she will actually come and hang out and play this for hours if it's on. So it was kind of nice way to reconnect with some members of my family that I haven't seen in a long time.
Nice.
But yeah, that's that. But
I did think of one game I forgot to mention that I'm also playing at the moment and have been playing over the new year and stuff. Psychonauts 1, because I really want to play Psychonauts 2.
Wait.
But I can't play it out of order. So
You've
I've been
never
playing
played Psychonauts 1? Oh, man.
Never played it back in the day.
Yeah,
and
that's
God,
I had the same reaction.
dude, this game has aged so well. I absolutely see why people love it so much. I get it. I missed out back in the day. I'm so glad I'm playing it now. The writing is hilarious. The voice acting's great. The platforming feels good. The movement feels good. I love the PSI powers. It's just a great game. But what I wasn't expecting about it is how dark it gets.
Oh yeah.
I found Mia's secret room, and I'm just like, what? Oh my god, it's so messed up. And yeah, I'm loving it. I'm a little more than halfway through, and I just finished the Milkman Conspiracy, which was so good.
Oh yeah, that's the reason that became a meme, like early meme.
So I'm going to be playing Psychonauts 2 as soon as I can after finishing 1.
I gotta say, I love seeing you dig into the Xbox library. Like that warms my heart.
Funny. Because I love my 360. I played my 360 to death, but then I kind of fell off Xbox during the Xbox One, era.
That was an easy time to fall off.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, exactly. But now I have Game Pass, and I get what everybody's been saying now. Game Pass is amazing, and I've been playing on Becca's Series S, just digging into all these different games. And I'm still, ultimately going to get a Series X when I can, because I have, you and I have the same TV, Steve. That OLED display looks amazing. So I want to have the highest powered Xbox when I can get one. They're still kind of hard to find. So props to Becca for lending me a Series S, because it's been fantastic.
Well,
and I'm really impressed by the visuals it pushes out. It's so small. The
Oh
form
yeah.
factor, serious, it's so small, but it's capable of so much. It's
So
just great.
what people don't realize is 1440p actually looks really good. It even on a 65-inch TV, it looks all right. Like I played most of God of War for that kind of first impression review in 1440p instead of 4K because my 1440p monitor here can do 120 hertz. So I wanted to see what God of War played like at 120 FPS, which, it is hard to go back after you play it like that. There's no your timing suddenly is perfect when you're playing at 120 FPS. Like your reaction time is bang on every time. Which I was playing another game that I can't mention because I'm under NDA about it, but Derek knows the one. It has 120 FPS mode. And I was lining up headshots like nothing. I can never line up headshots in shooters. And I was just bang, bang, bang. I was like, you got
What game they do that in?
I'm trying to think of what this is because you said Derek knows, but I don't think I know what this game is. I know you can't say it.
You definitely know, but you don't realize it yet.
Oh, got it. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I as far as old games I've actually been playing, I was talking about streaming, but I just started streaming. Have either of you played God Hand?
No, but I have watched Matt McMuscles play God Hand.
Dude, play God Hand. It is the weirdest thing where it looks like the stiffest game imaginable. Like the animations look so stiff and not fluid at all, but you play it and it's like butter.
Oh wow!
Like
nice.
it is it's No More Heroes wacky.
Ooh,
just in a post-apocalyptic setting and some wild characters.
Am I thinking of the right game?
It is.
Are there three games in the series?
It's just one. He just did a What Happened on it a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
It's one of Clover Studios' other games.
It's Clover Studios' last game from Shinji Mikami.
Ooh,
right.
I really need to play
basically, that. After Okami. And I played a little bit of it, and then I watched my ex-best friend play the rest of it. It's really funny. It's just a wacky, weird-ass game.
It's tough, but like it feels good when you finally get the flow of combat down. Like it is holding up pretty well.
Yeah. Definitely.
See. I'm typing something.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry, I had to update something because I wanted to talk about, we do have one piece of news that I really wanted to discuss, and it's a doozy. So I'm going to see if this button still works, and I'm going to go ahead and throw that story on screen if I can.
All right.
Good luck. All right, and it did work for those of you keeping score at home. Nice. Nate the Hate recently dropped a new video, and it's got a ton of rumors in it, like way more than you should have in any one video. I feel like he's been saving them up because here's the list, and we're going to kind of discuss these kind of just as a whole. But apparently, according to Nate the Hate, there is a Metroid Prime remaster set for this year that coincides with the 20-year anniversary of the series. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has potentially been delayed to 2023. Reminder for those of you keeping score at home again, that game's not even announced.
Right.
There's a new Fire Emblem game from the Three Houses team set for this year with a remake for Genealogy of the Holy War likely set for 2023.
Hell yeah.
I've not seen this, so I'm just hearing this for the first time. Please.
Yeah. Shifting gears away from Nintendo, there's a new House of the Dead set for March, which I think that's really close.
Isn't that Forever Entertainment?
Oh, you're right.
Forever's working on, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm cautiously curious.
They must have paid him to report on that one. Resident Evil Revelations 3 is potentially in development for the Switch. All right. Persona 4 is coming to Switch and PlayStation this year. Woo! And Persona 6 is exclusive to the PS5, which that's
not too surprising.
Just a lot of information. Whoa, here we go. I knew I'd mess up something.
You went to 2-person.
Yeah, why did it go to 2-person? I don't like that. We're 3 people here. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. I was trying to, I guess my buttons changed. they don't all work. But
Of course, Nate the Hate is our former TNT guest, friend of all of ours. We should highlight the fact that these are, of course, rumors, but he's got a pretty damn good track record. So, take that for what you will.
He's not a clout chaser.
Yeah, right. He definitely isn't one of those that posts rumors and then tries to wipe his history clean when he gets them wrong. Nate has a really good track record. I personally put a lot of stock into what he says because he, like you said, Ash, he's got a really, really great track record that speaks for itself. But I wonder, like some of that stuff, I think seems obvious. Like we know Imran Khan reported on Xenoblade Chronicles 3 last year. And I truly don't see that being a 2022 game if we haven't even heard of it yet. I feel like did they announce Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with what, like 10 months or 9 months before it came out?
I think it was back in February-ish, and it came out in November.
At the very end of the year. Yeah.
So I guess we still have time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could have a February direct or something and reveal it there, and it could still come out this year.
GG Alan Wake with a $4.99 donation says, important to note that Era posted misquoted Nate in a few places. Most of these, namely Persona 4, were referenced by Nate as a, quote, hope and a dream.
Oh, well, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
So, that is one of the kind of double-edged swords of people.
So apparently these are
YouTube
predictions,
videos.
not rumors, according to GG Alan Wake.
Oh, well, that changes everything.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say, well, let's get this Nate the Hate's huge rumor dump off the screen. Jeez, Era.
Gotta clean up that dump.
Can't we rely on you for not making us watch entire videos sometimes? Right. Isn't that your whole thing? Not watching videos and summarizing them wrong? Anyway, but it would just wait until Era rips me apart for saying all that. But I do think there's validity to a lot of this, and Nate
there's definitely
a well-connected person. I personally agree with some of these predictions. Then, if that's what they are,
same.
Like I wouldn't be. I mean, we've all heard rumors of a Metroid Prime trilogy for years now. Like Metroid Prime trilogy is coming to Switch. When's it gonna happen? I firmly believe that Nintendo planned on releasing it, but I think they didn't. I think they moved it because of the issues with Prime 4. I think that Prime Trilogy or a Prime Remake was always supposed to be a companion to Prime 4 coming, just to kind of get people interested in the series again and get people back on board with Metroid Prime, because it's been absent for 2 console generations at this point, right? Or no, we got for an entire generation.
Wii U got. Yeah, actually, no, Wii U did not get that. I got it digitally for the Prime trilogy.
Yeah, you could buy the Wii version, but we didn't get an original Prime at all on the Wii U.
No.
And we haven't seen, they didn't do anything like a Prime Hunters or anything. The closest we got was that little Metroid minigame in Nintendo Land.
Which was actually really good, yeah.
It was. It was really good.
In Nintendo Land. Yeah.
I would be okay with Nintendo Land coming back. I feel like you could unmarry that from the Wii U control concept and make something really fun.
Yeah,
add online to it, expand some of the games. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
Put Mario Party on the shelf for a little bit. We got a really good one. Go to Nintendo Land.
Instead, though, they'll just give us another 1-2 Switch instead. We want Nintendo Land.
Oh God,
we're gonna get 3-4 Switch.
Yeah, exactly. But we finally got a good Mario Party. That's something else I played over the break a lot with my wife, and various Fight of Founder sessions for our patrons. Lots of Mario Party. It's so good. It's so good.
I remember playing 1-2 Switch at a preview event in New York and being kind of befuddled by like, who is this for? And being very curious. Yeah. And I remember the people, and to be fair, Nintendo, for those of you that don't know, when you go to these events, Nintendo employees are not the ones showing you the game 9 times out of 10, unless you're like a top tier, like, and when I say top tier publication, I mean like Time Magazine. Like even your Kotakus don't get like Nintendo employee led demos more often than not. They usually, what they do is they go to like a modeling agency or like an acting agency, and they get people who just need some work that are friendly and personable and not people who worked on the game. But either way, just adding a lot of context around that, I was playing it and they were like, this would be a great game to play if you're drunk. Like that was the suggestion, because I was like, who is this for? And they're like, it would be really great if this was like a drinking game. And I was like, I feel like you're probably not supposed to say that, but I agree wholeheartedly.
I mean, it definitely feels like it's their attempt to draw in the Wii audience.
Oh yeah,
with that. You are right though. It was funny. I went to one of those events and they're like, "Oh yeah, I work over the Nintendo store."
Yep.
They
Yeah. They also pull from the
A lot of
Nintendo
those.
store for stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When you're in New York, of course. They're not going to fly a
When you're in
Nintendo
New
store
York.
employee to E3 or something. But
No.
That was the same event that we were at when we didn't even know it, right, Steve? Because we hadn't
Yes.
really. You hadn't joined GX yet, and so we didn't even know each other really.
right.
And
The funny part is
What?
I was mere like months away from joining GX, and I didn't know it either.
Right.
Ash, what was the context? I completely forget what the context was that this event took place in New York, but you and Andre are the ones who went to it for the Switch preview.
Yeah, I don't know why
I
you
can't
didn't
remember
go.
why.
I can't remember. Maybe you were working on a review or something. I'm really glad it was me though, because I'll never forget it. That was right after the New Year, whatever year that was, and like 2017. I guess it would have been
That was
2017.
17, yeah.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah. And so it was the beginning of the year, and it was like January 1st or 2nd or something. And at our old place, I went to go, check, drive somewhere, I think, and someone had taken a circular saw and smashed all the windows on every car on the block
That's
I was
right.
parked on. So I was having a really shitty time. Like, started off the year with my car getting smashed up, and then literally later that day, I found out that there was that event in New York, and Andre asked if I wanted to go. But I don't know why you didn't go, Derek. But I certainly needed
Everybody's saying apparently I was busy with something. It wasn't Pokemon, so I don't know.
I like how our
was.
audience knows more about what we were doing than we do at this point.
It is
I
a
know.
blur a lot of the time because I was always working on something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really needed the trip, so I'm glad that I went to that. But yeah, that's funny, Steve, because we must have passed each other multiple times.
Yeah, I
And-
remember hanging out with Neil from Nintendo World Report, because we were in the same hotel and we saw each other in the lobby and we recognized each other. But yeah, I didn't run into you or Andre at the event, but I also know that they had like 2 different times for it, and I was in the second one, and I snuck a
Right.
few friends in, because why not?
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's what you do when you have a friend that's in town. You're like, yeah, hey, I mean, I'm going to go see that new Nintendo console early. You want to come?
Right. Darkby Andy in our YouTube chat asks, "Are we getting to the news?" And we kind of already have. There isn't much news today.
Yeah, there
we're
isn't
just
really any
having a more
news.
Chill. Yeah, we're just having a more chill episode, really highlighting
Right.
the fact that Steve, our good friend, our best friend Steve, is back. After a little bit of a hiatus, and we're just kind of highlighting the fact that he's back and having a chill stream
Back.
today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just reading out super chats, reconnecting with the audience, talking about what we've been up to since I've been gone. But yeah, I think the big story today is just the rumor dump from, well, I guess apparently the prediction
dump.
from Nate.
Thank God we didn't focus on it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam Davis asks a really good question in our patron chat, and he says, "Now that you're back, are you going to be here for every TNT or just Fridays?" I am going to be here for more TNTs, but I have to talk to Ash and Derek about my schedule, just because the downside. Well, I mean, there's a lot of downsides, but the big consideration is that now when my children are home, they're home with only me. So that means that if they're here, it becomes infinitely more difficult for me to do the show, because there's no one that can help them with anything while I'm doing the show. So I have to figure out what that means. Tentatively for me, it means that I'll be here like every other Wednesday and every Friday. But I have my girls are home every single Monday without question. And so I can't like not be with them those days. But
You got to be a dad.
Fatherhood comes
I gotta
first.
be a dad. So I'm trying to figure out what that means, and I don't have an update for you yet, but I will be here for more of them than I have been. But also my focus is going to be still on like making scripted videos, because I think that's what we need personally as a channel.
Yeah, I think that's something
That's
where
really what we need.
if we want to go into that discussion, I do think it's something that we all want to focus more on.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've alluded to the fact that we that I've been trying to kind of behind the scenes, as well as Ash and Derek, that we've all been kind of pulling behind the scenes to make some big changes this year. we're all still, and I even said this publicly on Reddit, so I'll say it here as well. We're not at a point where we're ready to talk about those, but we kind of have a soft idea of what those changes are going to be. But it's still something that we very much internally need to agree on and flesh out as a concept, because, it's one thing to say, we're going to do this. It's another thing to actually make that happen and turn it into something that you guys watch. So we still have to work on that.
Yeah, and I've said this before on like Twitch streams and stuff, but we definitely see some of the criticisms, and we know what our weak points are. Like, we know that we've got stuff to work on. Certainly pre-scripted content, that pipeline. Like, we're certainly wise to the areas in which we can improve, and we've been listening to you, and that's kind of what Steve is alluding to. We've been really working hard behind the scenes, talking a lot about some changes, and
I have 2 episodes. The second episode's almost ready. They just need to edit it up, which, again, hopefully getting help with Brandon on that one. My plan is just build up those episodes until we're ready for our, what do we want to call this, season 3, or just relaunch,
or like a relaunch? Yeah, I feel like some of the changes we're planning are pretty major. So stay tuned. We'll talk more about them when we're ready. But you won't be waiting super long. It's not going to be like June by the time you hear about these. I'm thinking in a few weeks, hopefully we'll have things nailed down to where we can talk about them more. But we have to talk about them.
Yes.
So somebody had to run off and take some time away, and then suddenly all these plans got put on hold. I know, what a jerk.
Well, but that's also one of the things I love about us is that we don't make unilateral decisions without consulting each other. We are a team of 3. We all have equal stake in GVG, and we obviously love and respect the hell out of each other. So Steve needed a little time away. Derek and I weren't going to make big sweeping changes without all of us approving them. So, that's just what we're all about here. And on that note, Joe in our YouTube chat says, as long as you bring the good vibes, I'll be here. We will always bring the good vibes. You never have to worry about that. We will guarantee you that.
I am really excited for this new show. I'll be honest. I feel really energized going through it. I'm looking forward to getting to episode 3 and just continuing it on and getting all that set. Like, it feels good to be excited about content.
Hell yeah. It really does. And we've got some cool stuff coming up that I wish you guys could be in our Discord, in our private conversations sometimes.
I know, right? Gimblo Gambler in our YouTube chat is saying, I'm talking about Rob Paulson. They want my dad on as a TNT guest, and we've talked about that before. But the thing is, he doesn't follow games like that, so I don't know what he'd talk about. Like, we can't really talk about the gaming news with him. So it would have to be a chilled, not like low news day like this, because he doesn't follow games.
I still think the perfect vehicle for Rob Paulson is a video related to Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, that's totally happening.
Yeah,
that is
happening. I don't know how well he plays games, but at least play the game with him in the room.
That's happening. We're streaming Shredder's Revenge with, like, I will do a stream with my dad. We're in the same room playing. That is
no way. That's a video. That's not a stream. That's
true. A video. That's true.
Yeah,
that's a video.
That'll live forever.
Yeah, that is
much more so than a stream
that's happening. Yeah, and maybe we can get him on to talk about the game when he's allowed. Just to talk about how he's excited for it, because it's just kind of So that'd be cool just to hear his thoughts on Sting. Because he used to take me to the arcade as a kid, and we would play TMNT 89 together in the arcade. So for him to see this game, regardless of lack of voices or whatever, just for him to see it, I would love to just talk to him about it.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, agreed. I think that we'll have to see how that goes. I'm excited though. I still need to meet the man. I'm gonna fly out to LA just to.
I haven't met him. I've known Ash for years and I've never met him.
That's true. You haven't. Well, you got to come back.
I want to go have drinks with Rob Paulson.
I know, right? He's a pretty cheap date though. He's under the table after one drink. He wouldn't last very long.
Oh, so that's Amy. she cannot handle alcohol.
Well, we'll just put your dad in an Uber and then we'll keep drinking, because I know for a fact you and I can keep going. that has to happen soon. But anyway, we got a show to finish. So because there's a post show too, for those of you that don't remember. By the way, have you heard that we're giving away a Switch OLED model. It's behind me. I moved with it. Someone take it from me. It's sitting there in the box. I own one and I still want to open it. So if you forgot how that goes, when we hit 75,000 subs, we'll be giving that to one of our lucky subscribers. It could be you. All you need to do is be subscribed to GVG when we hit 75,000 and you're automatically entered to win. If you're watching and you're not subbed, go sub. Costs you nothing. It's absolutely free. And you could win that Switch OLED that's part of my backdrop. I'll find something to replace it with. Maybe the next free thing we give away. Who knows? But before we go, I want to read out some more of these super chats because I promised y'all I would do that. And you know what? I got time. So let's go ahead and get to some of these. And then we're going to head off to the post show where we can talk more about all other kinds of stuff. If you don't know about the post show, head over to patreon.com/gvgaming. You can find out all the ways that you can support us. Even as little as $5 a month gets you into our post show each and every time we do this. But with that said, speaking of $5, Zora with $5 says, been behind on the last couple eps and just in time for Steve's return. Happy New Year, GVG gang. And thanks for the good vibes. Here's to more. Well, thank you.
Thank you very
much. Good vibes back at you. We're always willing to be a supplier of good vibes. McSponk with $4.99 says, glad to see you back, Steve. Finally checked out Record of Lotus War per your recommendation, and it's been great so far. Thank you. Nice. I kept saying it should come out on Switch. I'm so glad it did. Here's to a great year.
Also, that's a great name, McSponk. I just love saying it.
It is.
Such a good name. Yeah.
I've been waiting to read this super chat for like an hour, but Mr. D. Wayne, 191 with $4.99 says, good to see you back, Steve. Just curious if you heard about Taco Bell selling chicken wings. Yes, chicken wings.
What?
Of course I heard. Are you kidding me? Not only
did
I hear,
I'm not going to Taco Bell in like 2 years. So.
I ate them, and I gotta say they're all right.
Really? Wow. Okay.
That's a surprise.
Now hold up. When I say all right, I mean all right for a chicken wing that came from a Taco Bell. But
right.
There's a lot of asterisks on that statement. But if you've ever been like in the before times, you might remember that you walk into the supermarket and they used to have bins of chicken wings that you could just buy. Like you could go get at the hot counter, which was a thing that existed before all this.
They're still at my grocery store. So.
Oh, really? Like here in Arizona, like the hot counter is just closed and it has been for years. Oh, wow. So you can't get like, oh, go ahead.
So on a related note, Juan in our live audience chat mentioned that when they were in Colombia, McDonald's sold chicken wings. What?
To be fair, they sold them in the UK as well. I think they were called Mighty Wings.
Fair enough.
But
all right,
I listen, man. I'm a font of chicken knowledge. But,
yeah, you are.
They also had spicy nuggets.
He keeps abreast.
That's right. Ooh.
Keeps abreast. Oh, nice, Derek.
Or
should I call you Azran? Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Very nice.
That was Azran level punnery.
Thank you. Yeah. I strive to reach that level of punnery.
You got a leg up on the chicken competition, Steve.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
I do though. Oh, hey, breaking news. I haven't gotten to do this for a while. New $5 patron, Shadow the Cat.
Ooh.
Welcome to the live audience tier, my friend. I hope you're watching right now because you'll be able to join us for the post show. And if you're in our Discord, that's where the link goes, or you'll find it on Patreon here in a few minutes. But Moon Knight /Real2911 with a 100 Mexican dollar super chat says, welcome back, Steve. Derek and Ash just kept the ship Derek and Ash kept the ship sailing strong. Not just. I just threw that in there. Greetings from Mexico and hope to see you more.
We treaded water.
Helped me pre-order my first Souls, Elden Ring. Ooh, man, I am excited for this channel to have content about Elden Ring on it. Do I know who's going to do it? No, because it's not me. But someone will do it. And
when is that coming out? I know it's coming out around a lot of other things. So
like March-ish? I don't know.
I think it's February.
But between Lon and Daniel and everybody else, I'm sure someone's going to cover it.
Yeah.
Either way, Story Smith with a $4.99 super chat says, does Megaton Musashi have an English option? Because I like the look of it and the anime was cool, but man, so sad Level 5 stopped Western releases. Nope. No English. I looked for you. Unfortunately, it's just Japanese, but honestly, it's one of those games where even if you don't know Japanese, you could probably muddle your way through and still figure it out. There's icons for where to go. There's arrows on the ground. Like, you'll get there. But the story makes it kind of worth understanding, which I'll talk about in a future video. Our Our good friend 112 with $5 says, "Hey Steve, glad to see you back and doing okay. Some words I like to live by. The path we seek is never a straight line." I like to live by some words from your favorite company, and that is, "The answer lies in the heart of battle."
Nice. Yeah.
CJ Azayami, just with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rec BCQ, referencing our fusion, Steric, with a $5 super chat, says, "You got abs since I need to fill the space. And Ash, I sent you a DM to remind you of Stash."
Yes,
So-
I saw that, and I posted both Stash and Steric in our live audience chat a little while ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see where. Oh. Man, there were a lot of these.
I got
weren't
it.
there?
I got it if you need it.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah, go ahead and take it away, Ash.
All right, Esax08 with $5. Thank you so much. Saying, "I know Steve's back, but holy crap, Krista is leaving Nintendo." Yeah, we talked about that at the beginning of the show, and we
Yes.
wish her the best. She's a wonderful, lovely person. And wherever she ends up, don't know if it's going to be gaming or not, but wherever she ends up, she'll kick ass. We know that. And stop me when you're ready to take back over, Steve. But Black Ninja with $2. Glad to see Steve back. Can't stay, but good vibes all. Thank you, Black Ninja. And it's been a while since we've seen your name in the chat, so thank you very much. Good to see you here.
Yeah, I will
Jessica
say that I reached out to Krista just before the show, just to, because we're mutuals on Twitter, because like I said, you work in this industry long enough, you run into all kinds of people, right? And just wished her luck on whatever she's doing. And she replied. I won't read the reply, obviously, because it's private, but just said she's doing great. She's excited for her next move, so wish her all the best.
Great.
But yeah,
Cool.
please continue.
All right, Jessica Toad with $5. Thank you very much. Saying, "I don't think you were here when it happened, Steve, but last December I finally got a PS5. I
Nice.
absolutely love it
Ooh.
so much. It's amazing." Well, welcome to the PS5 gang, Jessica. I think you mentioned this earlier, but yeah, PS5.
I think they're also part of the Rift Apart gang, which every PS5 owner should be.
Nice.
yeah.
Yes, that is a must-have.
Next is Isaac Wolf with 50 Swedish krona. Thank you very much. Saying, "If you guys like point-and-click murder mysteries, check out AI The Somnius Files. It's on Switch. I've heard of it. I haven't played it, but I've heard of it. And I have to be in the right mood for point-and-click games, but when I am, that seems like a great one to check out. So thank you for that. D's F's with $2. Thank you very much. Saying, "Which game are you anticipating more, Kirby or Arceus?" For me personally, it's Kirby, and it's not even close. I'm looking forward to Arceus. Don't get me wrong.
That's brutal.
But Kirby's my boy. He's my favorite Nintendo character ever. So it's Kirby. What about you guys?
I think I have to go. Pokemon, because Kirby.
Wow.
I kind of know what I'm getting with Kirby. I still don't
Sure.
know what I'm getting with Pokemon, and that makes me curious.
Yeah,
Okay.
But I've also analyzed Kirby way more than Pokemon, so there's that.
Right. But what about you, Steve?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at this. Yeah, I'm definitely in the same boat as Derek. Pokemon Arceus for me, just because I've always wanted like kind of a more open feeling Pokemon game. Something that feels a bit close. Like Pokemon is one of the most successful game franchises ever. Even above Nintendo's franchises.
No, it's above most media
Yeah,
things. Like it's
that's
the
true.
biggest best-selling media thing ever.
Yeah, and yet
Right.
it's never had a game that feels like they actually took AAA development resources and shoved them at it, and I feel like we're inching toward that. Like I want something that takes full use of all the power of the Switch. I mean, to be honest, I'd love a Pokemon game that takes full use of something way more powerful than the Switch, but I mean, just seeing it feels like much more of a new concept and a transformation for the franchise than Kirby does to me, because I've seen 3D Kirby before, whereas this feels like something a lot more new and kind of reimagining a franchise that I enjoy. And frankly, I'm a bigger Pokemon fan than I am a Kirby fan.
Sure.
That being said, it is kind of like trying to choose between your children. Like these are two of my
the
most
thing is, I'm
anticipated
getting
games.
both.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I'm day one on both of these.
For sure.
Like if you don't think I'm going to be fighting for that Kirby review, you're crazy.
Right. Yeah, we'll be curious. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight for that one, Derek. We'll see who's working on
I
what.
handled every other single Kirby review. I
you
reviewed
did.
Kirby Triple Deluxe sick because I loved it that much.
That's true. As long as
You
I
go-
get Chocobo GP, then that's fine.
There we
Just
go.
let me have
It is
Chocobo
right
GP.
around the same time, but if I have to sacrifice Chocobo GP so I can do Kirby, I'll fine. I'll allow it.
Okay, cool. I love it. Next is Hidden Squid with $4.99. Thank you very much. Saying, I love Game Pass. I wasn't expecting to fall in love with my Series X, but I love everything about it. The app, UI, controller, it's great. Also, love y'all. Well, we love you too, Hidden Squid. Thank you very much. And I'm agree with you about the Series S at least. I know you said Series X, but yeah, the controller feels great. The UI, yeah, agreed. GG Alan Wake, we already did that one. You were noting that the era post misquoted Nate. We talked about that. Thank you very much for letting us know. Next is $5 from Titus Malvolio saying, finally off work and just tuned in. Happy to hear and see Steve's beautiful voice and face. Well, we are too, Titus. Thank you so much. Lizard81288 with $5 saying, would you want the Prime games remade but separate, $60 each, and take years to make / release, or the trilogy again with some improvements here and there? Personally, the latter for me. I don't think they need to remake all 3 Prime games. I'd rather just have a remaster in a collection.
Personally, the former, especially because 2 could use it.
2 could use it.
That's 2 could use
fair,
it.
Fair point. Yeah. But it would just take so many years for them to do all that, right? So
It would.
Yeah. GG Alan Wake with $4.99 again. Thank you very much. Saying, first section of Nate's show were rumors. Then he moved on to hopes and predictions. Xenoblade 3 and Metroid were rumors. Persona 4, 3D Mario, and Pokemon were hopes. Well, thank you so much for
that helps
for clearing that up. And you obviously listened to the whole show, so thank you very much for that. Scott Barber with $5 saying, here's yet another welcome back Steve super chat. Wishing you guys all the best for 2022. Thank you very much. And as we mentioned earlier, we've got big plans. So look forward to that. And we just really appreciate you all supporting us and being so patient as we move into our second year and build on this awesome base we've built. Next is Kieran Doss with $20. Thank you very much. Saying, welcome back, Steve. Welcome back, Steve. Love and good vibes to the GVG crew. Well, thank you very much, Kieran Doss. You're also a name that we see a lot in chat. So thank you very much for being here and being in our community. We love you. Thank you. And then one more super chat to take us out. Black Ninja is back with $10 more, saying, so I've stuck around since the super chat. Just curious. Question, Derek and Steve, when do you find time to game being parents? I myself find really only getting a chance on breaks at work. So I'll let our fathers here take that away.
When I stream and when I have something to review, because it's like I have to sit down and do it. Otherwise, my best chance to game is honestly playing an hour or 2 of Final Fantasy 14 with Amy at night. It's like our one thing that we get to do together consistently. That's just us. So that's sort of become that game. And it's hard. Like, I got some cool games for Christmas. I'd like to play them, but it's just finding the time.
Those
to
are great picks
do that
too.
Right.
Yes. So for me, it's a little different. My kids are a lot older. But essentially for me, if it's not a game that I'm playing for work, like if I'm not reviewing or covering it, I play it only when my children are asleep. And I mean, they're older, so, they kind of like, I think it's really important to be present as a dad for your kids, during the day, so I don't want to be, if I don't have to be for work, then I prefer not to be gaming when they're up, because I mean, they go to bed at like 8, so I can play for
it's plenty of time.
I can play till like 12, and get 4 hours.
It's just with Kai's age, when he gets to bed, that's the best time for me to actually get work done. Like Amy, I'll try to hand off work to try to do, like to get stuff that she needs to get done, stuff that I need to get done, but it's tough because there's just there's other household stuff to do as well, and Kai is needy.
He's been having a hard time sleeping lately, right, man?
Yeah, we're trying to get him into a thing. It's getting better because we're getting on a very all right, let's get him on a pattern and make this work. So hopefully it does the trick.
Yeah, that is the toughest part. I remember I was just starting my career in games journalism when my daughter Avery was born, and she was an infant, and I literally remember like holding her and holding the controller. She'd like nap in my arms, and I'd be holding a controller playing like a review game, and I would, because of the way I had to do it, instead of like taking notes on anything that made sense, I had like a little notebook. Like a pen and paper, and I would write notes down about the game as I was playing it, just to like, okay, I gotta type these up later.
Can Can I reveal something that I think makes me very different from pretty much any other reviewer? Yeah, I can't talk. I never take notes. I just list the big things that happen during the game in the save file, the recording file, and otherwise keep it all to memory.
Oh, that's
nice.
good. Yeah,
nice.
When I started out, I was taking notes a lot. These days, I record clips. So if like something big happens, I usually have like a capture card that can capture like the last 5 minutes or something. And so I'll just hit like, a button to get the last 5 minutes of gameplay, and then I'll name that file. Like for God of War, for instance, I did, Kratos versus the Stranger as a file. And then I did like, Kratos chops down tree.
I like to have a lot of variety, so I record most of my playthrough just because you never know when something's going to happen. So,
Derek, it's funny. I do take notes, but I don't take copious notes. Like I list some big points that I want to make sure to hit in a review, but I don't necessarily take down.
It depends on the game. Like if it's something I've played before or have a familiar, like if I'm not like if I'm playing an RPG and I have to grind, I'm not recording the grinding. Of
course, you
kind of get a idea of like what you need to actually record.
Right. We did get one more super chat while we were talking about this. Steve, you want to take it away, man?
Yeah. This is from Hudio with $5. Thank you so much, by the way. It says, "Hey guys, haven't caught much of y'all lately, but I hope you're well. Glad I could catch the tail end of this. Keep it up, y'all." Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Glad you were able to be here for the very end of the episode. I'm doing that thing where I buy myself time now to pull up our EP squad list. Because
I will buy you some more time because if I may.
Absolutely.
Since we don't have a guest, I would like to take the chance to remind you, like that how we always wanted to try to talk about anime, Steve. I went ahead and did it on my own personal channel and with the wonderful Brandon Bovia started a One Piece podcast where we're reading through 5 chapters of the manga each and every week. It's just started we released 3 episodes the first week just to get us off on a good pace, get going, and episode 4 is now available on a personal Patreon, my personal Patreon, which is just my name, Derek Bittner.
Nice.
And if you want to check it out, I have the playlist right here. If you want to take a look at that, no pressure. I don't want to take time away from GVG, or take eyes away from it, but you got to hustle a little bit.
Yeah. I guess on that note, just a little quick housekeeping on my own end as well. I just wanted to let everyone know that I just started a new stint as Renaissance PR's new social media manager. So, those of you, if you happen to see a tweet from Renaissance PR, chances are I wrote it. Of course, there would never be any sort of conflict of interest. I would never review a game that I'm working on PR for. But yeah, exactly. But I got to pay the bills.
Where's my free codes, man?
Yeah, right. But no, that will always be kept entirely separate from any coverage here. But they're helping me pay the bills, and I'm really thankful to be joining their team. And I'm super excited. And actually, that's along with our very good friend Aaron Cooper, who's a super good friend of the channel. He's like a brother to me, and we get to work together there. So that's really cool. And just a little bit of an update on my own personal situation.
Nice.
Very cool. Well, I am glad to hear it. If you want to know where I'm at home. That's it. That's the whole plug. I'm here.
Yeah, there you go. Party at Steve's house. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Masks only. Stay the hell away from me. Anyway. All right. We've reached that time. We've gone a little longer than usual because, again, I've got time now. But obviously, before I go into the credits, just one more huge thank you to everybody who supported me during one of the toughest end of years of my life. It means a lot to me that you guys were able to hold me up and keep this channel running. I can't thank, not just Derek and Ash. Obviously, you guys are the best, but Brandon, Daniel, Lon, everybody who helps make GVG what it is each and every day. It is immensely stressful to step away from something you're so invested in and just let other people run it without you. There's definitely a no small amount of fear that goes into that, but you guys really stepped up, kept the show running. It looked as good as it always has without me. So I appreciate, especially you, Derek, taking the reins on that and helping out. I know it's not an easy
so glad
thing.
I got all that info before this went down. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, right.
No joke. But
I guess on that note, sorry, go ahead, Steve.
Oh, no, please go ahead.
I was just going to say one more time, thank you all so much for your patience. We definitely, like I said, we see the criticism and we're going to respond to it, but A lot of you really helped me when I was kind of getting down in the dumps over the holidays, seeing some of the stuff in our subreddit, and a lot of you in our community reminded me, hey, Reddit's toxic. We love you. We obviously have criticisms, but they're not the kind of criticisms you're seeing in the subreddit where it's like really bad vibes. And that helped me a lot personally with my mental health while Steve was away as well. So just want to say thank you to those of you in our community who kind of just helped me not go down that hole too far. Really appreciate that. And yeah, we got big changes coming. As I said, we're all really excited about them, and we just really appreciate your patience. You know, we got a channel to run, a Patreon to run, a Discord server to run. You know, it's not just the YouTube channel. So, and Twitch now too, thanks to Brandon and Daniel doing Good Vibes Arcade. So just want to say thank you one more time. And Steve, I'm so glad you're back, man. Welcome back.
I am glad to be here. So, and I do want to just give a quick shout out to our friends on Reddit, because I do know that while there is a lot to contend with there sometimes, it comes from a place of love. I mean, people don't come to your subreddit just to trash you. I mean, all the time. Sometimes they do. But,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
I've interacted with a lot of folks on there, and I get that there's a lot of love for the channel, and a lot of the criticism just comes from a place of like concern or wanting to see things, you know, and I hear you.
I mean, I'll say this: it gave me a kick in the ass. So you know, you can't.
Yeah.
It sucked, but it gave me a kick in the ass. So
Yeah, and
Right.
it's kind of the same thing. But I think Reddit is a bit more rough around the edges in general than other online communities, and I'm okay with that sometimes, you know. But yeah, if you're already kind of in a rough place, which is why I wasn't there for a little bit,
Yeah.
it's hard to go in, you know. But I'll say the same thing about certain places, you know, anywhere online. Like I've gone in with the best of intentions and left feeling like maybe I should just hang it up and quit. But either way,
go home and be a family man.
yeah, exactly.
Go home and
I'm
be a
gonna
family man, yeah.
pull a Guile and go home. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Jason Cotter with your £2 super chat. What's your coming soon? Horizon 2 for me. Horizon 2 for me. But I need to beat Horizon 1 first.
Yeah, you should.
I'm so excited about Forbidden West, and that's the first review this year. I'm fighting like hell for. I want to review that one.
You know what? I'm gonna go out of the box real quick, and maybe we'll talk about this in a separate video sometime soon. But my thing that I'm most anticipating is the first direct of the year, because I want to know what I don't know. And I have people are speculating that this could be 2017 all over again. Yes, please. Like, if Nintendo has a 2017 in store, I want to hear about it, and I want to hear about it now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Hell
either
yeah.
way, we could not do this show without you guys. I have to wrap this up at some point. We got another show to do right after this. So again, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Seriously, all the support you guys have shown means the world to me. But you know what time it is. We could not do this show without all of our folks. There's only 2 windows on screen. I told you guys I'm back, but I'm not back, okay? Either way, I have to give a huge thank you to our patrons at the producer tier and above for helping to make this show happen. It just wouldn't be a thing without you guys. But you know what time it is. I haven't done it in so long. I have to give an extra special shout out to our patrons at the executive producer tier and above. And those fine folks include Brandon Bovia, Rob Arman X, Fangs, Dan and Twistle, Z Patty, Hyrule Hermit, Sky Blue Flames, Eastman 23, Adam O'Sullivan, Octopuppet, Richard Herrera, Michael Phone, The D-Pad, Vesmio, Waffle King, Blurtle is 373. You're new. I'm sorry. Beardle, Beardyay, Critter XD, Kitty Kongfax, Angel Martinez, Vedron Hotik, Joshua Hunter, Benny Yao, Sapphire, Azran127, Black King, Pagrema, Geller, Joseph Rutkin, Titus Malvolio, Geeky Griffin, Lucky Wonderfish, Kyle, Top Dog 23100, Young Ben Kenobi, Doug Shomix, Andrew Medeiros, Becca, Rocks the Cat, Killamox, Eddie B, Kayed, Kit Fisto, Kenneth Lee Stingle, Jessica Toad, Deaneth, Sci-Fi Lullabies, Michael McCaw, Matthew Wong, Goron Amber, Straight Lace, Justin Matthews, Hoobie, Too Much Spaghetti, Mega Conrad, Ascaron 809, Rioner, Captain Finlandia, 60 Minutes and 60 Seconds, Nathan Steele, Spicy Pandaughter, The Game Orb, Dano the Artist, Super Gamer Dude 101, Grantles, Ravelox, Synchro Lord, my mom. Hi, Mom. Kane Woolley, Skull Kid Tiger, AJB Cool, or wait, I just said that out of habit. I guess I still got it. Kimberly Skullkit Darksteel 01, Jason Uloa, Jaden Buck, Phantom Project, Cystic Warrior 29, DJ Jersic, Dinner Sonic, Darik, Jeff Ed, Blaze Star 25, Stag Nasty, Mumbling Yeti, Cameron Sharp, Screamo Shaman, Mason Riley, Keel, Santi the Person, Brendan Hesse, Hustlebud, Noah Fitterer, Calvin Atkinson, Hinaru77, Brooke Obscura, and finally, Anthony Wilson Jr.
Woo!
Woo! And remember, oh my gosh, I'm all over the place here. There's just nothing going right here. But either way, all right, there we go. I got to fix these buttons, gentlemen. Either way, remember that you too can become a patron over at patreon.com/gvgaming, where for as little as $1 a month, you can join the best damn Discord community on the internet. I think we've proven just how wonderful all y'all are through today's episode. Yeah. But seriously, you guys are the best. And if you want to be part of the best community anywhere, patreon.com/gvgaming, $1 gets you in. But we got a ton of tiers. Check them out whenever you want. For $5 a month, you can join the EP dance sessions, apparently. Or you can get access to our post show, which is live every night right after this show, where we just get to chill with our patrons, talk, and kind of get a little weird sometimes. And a quick reminder that if you're watching us here on YouTube and you're not yet subscribed, we are inching ever closer to 75,000 subscribers. And when we do, that Switch OLED behind me could be yours. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's absolutely free. But for now, we have to get going to that post show I just mentioned. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to GVG if you like shows like Today's News Tonight, and if you want to see what we have planned for the future. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, good night and good vibes.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Everybody.
Bye.